Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back, of course, to the Time Bomb channel, and I hope all is well in your part of the world. Just before we get into the watches today, I wanted to give a quick shout out to a very good friend of the channel who has started his own channel here on the tube. It's called Ristopia. I'll pop a link down below, but it would be great if you could give him a sub, please, to help him on his way to, I don't know, what should we call it? Watch Nirvana, watch fame, YouTube fame, I don't know. Anyway, if you can, that would be great. He started off with a couple of reviews on helms, which, yeah, as you guys will know, regulars to the channel will know that, yeah, helms are very, very popular on this channel. However, enough of that. So getting back to the reviews for today, I've got the two additional throwdown watches from COUNTYCOMM as a follow-up to the review that I did of the black version, the black bezel version, a few weeks back. I don't think I'm going to go into a full review of these as I did that, and if you're interested you can check the link up here, etc. But I'm going to look at a comparison with a few other digis that I've got in the house at the moment. So yeah, let me just pause there, refocus the camera, and we can crack on. And yeah, just to reiterate, as I unbox these watches and the packaging, etc., all do follow the KISS design principle. And yeah, that's the keep it simple version of that one. These are no frills and no snobbery watches. The no nonsense packaging, as you can see, is the same on them all. When I first thought them, the first one arrived, I thought that they might have gotten squished in the mail from the US of A, but all three of them have held up well. Yeah, they're absolutely fine, so that's good. So again, same standard stuff in the packaging. You've got the manual, very brief manual on the very basic module, then a couple of spare spring bars. Let's just get that out of the way, and then you can see the three models all side by side here. The black one, which I reviewed the other day, they all have the same model number. Literally, it's just the bezel body, the case body that itself has changed. As I say, very, very positive. They call it, what do they call it? International orange. I would call it an emergency orange. Very, very pleasant. And then they call this one as well the OD green or OG green, whichever one you prefer. I think the key factor, though, that I wanted to highlight is, as you can see here, that neither colour way of the that bezel case body impacts at all in any way negatively, or doesn't detract, interfere with the legibility of those digi screens. I think it stands out pretty clear on all of them, which is really positive. So let's grab, we're going to go with the orange one and just compare it, as I say, to a couple of digis that I've got in the house at the moment. Got the 5600, got the very humble F91, and then, yeah, rather unfairly, the 5000U. And I think, yeah, that's not exactly that logical. I'm including the F91 for no other reason that the retail price on these is actually the same as the retail price on those here in the UK. I think these are about 20 pounds or something like that, and these are $24.95 US dollars, so pretty much the same. However, I would not recommend paying retail on these, because you can get them cheaper than that almost everywhere. One of our subscribers, Iger Domskatten, this is as requested, so I hope it's helpful and useful to you. The first aspect, of course, that jumps out is how much larger the the throwdown watch is. I mean, the case body proportions, etc., are far exceed that of the 5600, or perhaps it's not that dissimilar in width. But I think, yeah, the key differentiation is this: it's almost as close to the 56, the GX56, these ones, in the sense that, I mean, you can take that bezel off as well. I'll probably do that in a later video. I wanted to keep them pristine because I'm going to do a giveaway on these. And I'm also not going to do a comparison on the modules in either of these things, because again, I think it's grossly unfair, considering the fact that this is a government surplus. that has been designed, to be very, very, very basic. And this one then clearly allowing for, a couple of additional functions. So yeah, deep dish pizza on these. I mean, the depth to the bezel as well is good on these. It's slightly shallower on this one. One of the very frustrating things is that I mistakenly neglected to add to my purchase the silicone straps that COUNTYCOMM offer for these, because it's a 20mm strap size, and I don't have any 20mm straps at home because it's just not a size that that I like. And I also think, as I mentioned in the review the other day, that I think 22 would help this sit so much better on wrist. Just for reference purposes, this is what I've got the Marlin on the COUNTYCOMM 22mm version of this silicone strap that they've got. Been wearing it for a couple of weeks. It's very comfortable, very soft, and allows the watch to sit very nice and flush on your wrist. So yeah, I can guarantee pretty much that the 20mm version of these is going to be the equivalent. And as I say, it'll sit nicely on there, and I think it's going to make massive difference to the way that hugs your wrist. These NATO things are okay, but to me they're a little bit disposable, and yeah, not overly keen. Coming back to the comparison on size wise, so this is my DIY watch, and I've given it a bit of a clobber. And as you can see there, just below the guards there, I've given that button there an almighty wallop, and it's depressed now almost to the point of being unusable. But anyway, as I say, DIY watch. I'm not using it for anything technical, so it works well in that sense. But again, I think that button comparison is very, very necessary, because on the throwdown watch, I mean, they're just way, way, way bigger, and they pop out just a little bit more. And again, so you can get your actual thumbprint on these things, whereas these ones for me, it's fingernail only. The dial aperture is another. Excuse me, pop that one up there the right way around. The dial aperture on these things, I think, as well, is another very relevant comparison. So on the TDW, the throwdown COUNTYCOMM, the dial aperture is 24.5 mils across by 16 mils top to bottom, whereas on the 5600 it's 20 mils across and 12 mils down. So you're getting a much larger dial space, or visible dial aperture on the COUNTYCOMM version. And there's also far less dial clutter as well, because then they're not, again, as a government surplus requirement, they haven't felt the need to add in all of the other blurb that Casio have got on here. But again, very different design briefs, so that understandable. The illumination for these looks like this for the throwdown watch, and as I mentioned in the review the other day, it looks brilliant. It then looks like this for the 5600. So for me, I'm going to give it to the TDW just by a fraction, because I think it just pops a little bit brighter. Maybe it could be because my 5600 is a couple of years old now, so yeah, a little unfair. I did reference the 5000U before, but again, grossly unfair to comparison, because this costs, I don't know, what, even 10% perhaps of what this one does. So yeah, it's just there to look pretty. With regards to other comparisons that I'd make between them, I don't think that the Maratac 50, the throwdowns, are going to be as robust as the G-Shock, because obviously the module in here is surrounded by that bumper. So again, that's just something else to keep in mind. And then again, the other key comparison, of course, is that the throwdown only has that 50 meters worth of watery goodness, whereas this one gets your standard 200. So yeah, automatic winner there with the G-Shock. However, the the throwdown watches have stood up to the baby test, and that to me is always a very hard one to pass. But again, just as I was referencing, I think when they came up with a design for the throwdown watches, that they were not looking to replace or compete with G-Shock in any way, shape or form. I mean, yeah, maybe the module comparison, you might be able to compare it with this one on the F91. I think that's probably the closest. The rest of it, I think, is just, as I say, minimal, not back, basic, no frills, no nonsense, straight to the point. Yeah, it's a tool digital watch, and for the price, I think, you can, they're almost disposable at that price, aren't they? Looking at the feedback just today on the COUNTYCOMM website, one of the curious things that I found out is that people have pretty much fallen into the same trap as me. They've bought one of them and they've gone, oh, this is really rather nice. And then they've gone back and they've ordered the other two to keep in their collections. Yeah, I think they're just really, really, really quite unique lumps on your wrist. And again, just something a little different, a little refreshing. But however, I'm not going to be keeping them. So I think the one that I am going to keep is the OD green. I don't know, something about it with the way it matches with the black. I think it would be nice. I don't have many other green digis in at the moment. So I'm going to do the giveaway today. I'm going to let the winner choose between either the black or the orange, which one of these you prefer. To qualify for the giveaway, all you need to do is leave a comment down below, and please make sure that your email is linked to your YouTube account, as what I'll do is a live draw based on a random pick from the comments below, and in a week or so I'll do that live, and then you'll need to email me and we'll just need to get you verified, so that then I can send this, obviously send one of these to you, obviously this at my own expense. This is one of the reasons why I put the monetizing on the videos, the advertising, because then it allows me to give back to you guys as subscribers, to say thanks as always for your time, your support. Really appreciate it. All right, so that's a wrap. As I say, just a quick comparison of the different colorways that these ones come in. I like them all, but yeah, one of them will be going off to you guys, and I might chuck the other one up on freebie, perhaps in a couple of months when COUNTYCOMM themselves run out of their current stock. Thanks as always for your time and for your view, guys. Really do appreciate it. And of course, until the next vid, this is your host, Bombardier, signing off. Cheers, guys.